Hello there and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's so good to be doing these videos and they're so informative. I spent so much time writing these scripts, doing the voiceovers, picking out the clips, and then of course wanting to do an intro so that we can all see each other, at least this way. I know it's not official, but I still get to be a part of your lives by talking to you here. So this video is going to be really interesting. We're going to be talking about the new Pope and how he interconnects into the political arena, and it was all there all along, hidden in plain sight. I'm also going to touch base with you all about a new cult-like figure who is bringing together a lot of Abrahamic faiths, and this is something that has not hit mainstream in such a huge way before, so it makes you question why they're putting it all out there now. And I'm going to talk about that in the video too and bring light and insight into all these things. I love you all so very much. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. It has been epic. I just love being able to teach and to guide others. I'm not here to force my beliefs or my opinions upon anybody, but to share these truths, my truths, with all of you. And if you feel that it's true also, then it becomes yours and we all become a collective. And I think we all believe in the same things anyway, even just religion. Hi, Charlie. Even just in terms of religion, we all believe in the same things, just different names, different regions, different lands. But religion itself, those at the top in specific ones, have used religion to tear humanity away from a sense of unity with one another. They really have. They've made so much diversity and not in a good way. So I hope that this video, kind of touches base on that too, because we need to be more united now, more than ever before. Look what's going on in Gaza and Palestine. I know that a lot of people don't really care about those things. I'm not saying any of you don't, but there's a lot of people out there that don't, and it's because it's not happening to them. But that's why I always give my insights, and that's why I write the blogs, and that's why I talk about the predictions, because if we know about them, we can care. And caring as a collective, they say where two or more are gathered in God's name, he is in their midst. And so even with us just believing and sending love and acknowledging that these things are happening in the world, to care, to pray, we do make a slight difference in that. We really do. It's better than turning, the other cheek and ignoring it. We're not ignorant. We're not heartless. We're not cold or cruel. We have to show love and concern, even if we can't really do anything bigger about it. That love and concern can go so very far. It really can. So thank you for being here. Remember, like and share the video and comment. If you don't agree, it's okay. We can have respect and agree to disagree, but I'd still love to hear everyone's thoughts. I love all of you. Thank you for coming back, for watching, and enjoy the video. Bye-bye.
If you refer back to my book, Veil of Illusion, you'll see how I revealed that various events connect to the rise of the Antichrist. A crucial point is the recent appointment of the new Pope, an American from Chicago, which ties back to Donald Trump and Barack Obama. This connection proves the intertwining of plans that span years. This reveals unsettling truths. The last Pope passed away on one of Christianity's more important holidays, Easter. Just like in my video about Easter, I spoke about how this holiday is relevant to the sun and its rebirth each day, just like Horus in Egyptian mythology and the Sol Invictus in Rome. Notably, this new Pope has been named Leo, a name rich with historical and symbolic significance. Yet, it goes deeper than even that. Leo is not just a title. It is also Donald Trump's ascendant sign, the sign in which the total solar eclipse in America rose to over Washington, D.C. when Trump took office in 2017. To understand why that's important, I'll explain about ascending signs in a birth chart and their significance. In astrology, the ascendant sign, often referred to as the rising sign, plays a crucial role in shaping an individual's personality, outward behavior, and overall life path. It is the zodiac sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the exact moment of a person's birth and serves as the image in which the world perceives them. While the sun sign represents the core essence of who someone is, the ascendant sign reflects how they project themselves to others and project into their environment. The ascendant sign can be likened to a mask or persona that a person wears in social situations. It influences first impressions, the way one approaches new experiences, and their general outlook on life. For instance, an individual with Aries rising may come off as assertive and energetic, often taking the initiative in various aspects of life. Someone with a Cancer ascendant might appear nurturing and sensitive, drawing people in with their empathetic demeanor. In terms of destiny and life path, the ascendant sign serves as a guiding influence, suggesting the areas of life where a person may seek growth and fulfillment. It often indicates the challenges and opportunities that will arise throughout life. The ascendant interacts with the other planets in a person's chart, influencing how they express their sun sign and moon sign qualities. It provides context for how an individual reacts emotionally, moon sign, and how they embody their core identity, sun sign. This shapes the unique qualities of a person's life story, guiding their choices, relationships, and overall experiences. It shapes how one presents themselves to the world, influences interpersonal relationships, and guides the trajectory of their life and destiny. Now, considering the implications of the relationship in the context of prophecy, the name Leo was chosen to highlight Trump's rise to glory, with it being his ascendant and the Pope being American. It's also representative of the sun and fire. Furthermore, the Pope's Virgo sun sign is symbolic of what I've taught in my courses about the age of Pisces and its opposing sign, Virgo. The opposed or devil to Pisces would be Virgo. And in Luciferian rituals, where the church plays on duality, there are darker rituals, often attributed to secretive sex, including the horrific acts of exploiting and abusing boys. Virgo is the masculine form of virgin. On the surface, the church represents Pisces in the hat that the Pope wears, which looks like the mouth of a fish, as above and so below. The fact that this Pope is American is particularly significant. It implies a shift in the global religious landscape, one that resonates with Donald Trump's strategic use of artificial intelligence to craft a public image of himself as Pope. The visual representation served to blur the lines between the sacred and the profane, transforming the sacred office into a mere extension of his brand. He posted the image of himself as Pope to imply he has control now in the Vatican too, that he might as well be Pope. The new Pope from Chicago actually voted in the Republican primary in 2016, which means he would have been voting for Trump since that was Trump's first run for president that year. J.D. Vance is also Leo. Additionally, we are closely observing a significant development: the emergence of a false prophet, a figure gaining substantial traction online. Those who are sought after for spreading propaganda often find themselves thrust into the limelight with help, and this individual is no exception. Numerous platforms are currently amplifying his presence as he amasses a considerable following while boldly proclaiming himself the successor to Jesus and the true Pope.
Abdullah, the successor of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, the successor of the Comforter Ahmed, the successor of Simon Peter, the successor of Muhammad, the successor of Jesus Christ. I am the true and legitimate Pope. I am the proof upon the Christians. I am the son of the Muslims through my father, and the son of the Christians and the Jews through my mother. I am the son of the East through my father, and the son of the West through my mother. I am like Zulkarnain, who with one horn in the East and one in the West, and I am the inheritor of all that lies between. I am more knowledgeable than any false pope, and I am appointed by name in the will of the prophets. My name is also on the tongue of Isaiah, who prophesied of the righteous servant, and he said, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand.
In his quest for followers, he is attempting to unite various Middle Eastern beliefs against Americans and what he perceives as a corrupted version of Christianity. His rhetoric is a troubling distortion of teachings he has appropriated from multiple sources, presenting them as his own. A striking parallel can be drawn between this false prophet and Russell Brand, who was promoted as a spiritual figure for several years prior to his emergence on the scene. Now that this new figure has arrived, his demeanor and appearance closely resemble Brand's, an intentional choice that seems designed to trigger a psychological response in the audience. Why else was Russell Brand, of all people, someone in Hollywood, a friend of P Diddy, stationed as a spiritual teacher? No one ever questions the further meanings to things in front of them. It was all a part of the psychological war that was planned and put into motion. It takes years to imprint psychological programming people for an agenda. By evoking familiarity, he seeks to establish trust and credibility, manipulating perceptions to gain acceptance among those who might otherwise be skeptical. As we watch these events unfold, it is crucial to remain vigilant. The rise of such figures proves the ongoing battle between truth and deception in the spiritual realm. With this rise in influence, the false prophet has attracted followers who vouch for his purported miracles, claiming he possesses the ability to perform wonders similar to those of Christ. This self-presentation is a calculated strategy to amass an army of supporters who will rally against traditional Christianity. It is particularly alarming because this figure operates under the guise of a spiritual leader while aiming to undermine the very foundations of the faith he claims to represent. Compounding this threat is the presence of the new Catholic Pope, who appears to support the Church from within while facilitating its potential hidden downfall. This inside man has been strategically placed to sow discord, creating a facade of leadership that masks a deeper intent to destabilize the institution. The implications of this are profound, as it indicates a concerted effort to fracture the Church from within while maintaining the appearance of unity. At the heart of this complex web lies Donald Trump, whose connections to wealthy Jewish circles have influenced his political maneuvering. While he has publicly aligned himself with Christianity, he has done so knowing that a significant portion of his voter base consists of white, working-class Americans who identify as Christian. This alignment has led to the emergence of a new Christian conservatism, a movement that not only seeks to appeal to these voters, but also serves as a tool to incite division among the populace. In a time when society was beginning to transcend religious prejudices and embrace a broader acceptance of diverse spiritual beliefs, this new rhetoric has the potential to turn people against one another once more. By exploiting existing tensions and fears, the false prophet and his allies aim to fracture various belief systems. As we watch these developments unfold, it becomes increasingly vital to remain aware of the dynamics at play and the potential consequences of these orchestrated efforts to manipulate faith for political gain. If only people would open their eyes to the truth illuminated by the heavens over the years, they would see the reality unfolding around us. We are indeed living in tumultuous times, heading toward Armageddon. Politicians are sowing seeds of discord, pilfering gold from treasuries, and constructing bunkers as they brace for an impending crisis. This atmosphere of fear and anticipation is fueled by the rise of artificial intelligence, which threatens to reshape our world by taking over jobs and employment, while simultaneously becoming a tool for deception and manipulation of truth. The lies consumed will dictate algorithms rather than genuine human experience. The New World Order, being crafted before our very eyes, is far removed from anything imagined. Current events reveal a concerted effort to dismantle established power structures, including the royal family and various Hollywood celebrities, politicians, and others who refuse to align themselves with Donald Trump. Those who resist or question his authority are being systematically targeted as he consolidates power and creates an environment where loyalty is paramount. Individuals scramble for positions of favor, hoping to gain proximity to him in order to avoid exposure and retribution. One must marvel at the lack of scrutiny surrounding high-profile cases, such as the P Diddy trial, which seems to be a mere distraction from the larger machinations at play. It is astonishing how the public is often led to focus on sensationalized events, while the more significant issues remain shrouded in obscurity. The intertwining of celebrity culture with political intrigue complicates our understanding of truth in a world where narratives are crafted to serve specific agendas. It's crucial to remain vigilant and discerning, seeking to uncover the deeper truths that lie beneath the surface of sensational headlines and distracting so-called stories that are nothing but empty promises, the stringing along of information, and a forced narrative. The time is now to question, to investigate, and to strive for clarity in a world that increasingly blurs the lines between reality and deception. And I am here to add truth to the deception. To begin with, the timing of P. Diddy's exposure is striking, as it coincided precisely with Donald Trump's ascent to the presidency. P. Diddy, known for his connections to numerous Democrats and celebrities who supported the Democratic Party, became a focal point in a wave of scandals that saw many of his associates fall from grace alongside him. The unraveling of these relationships not only tarnished their reputations, but also stripped them of their influence and power within the entertainment industry. As this high-profile takedown unfolded, Trump initiated a crackdown on individuals identified as predators, primarily targeting those on the Democratic side of the political spectrum, about the motivations behind such actions, suggesting a strategic effort to undermine opponents while consolidating his own power. The narrative crafted around these arrests serves to bolster Trump's image as a champion of justice, even as it appears to disproportionately affect those who oppose him. Simultaneously, a series of catastrophic events, such as the Palisades and Eaton fires, wreaked havoc on celebrity homes, leading to the destruction of iconic Hollywood properties. This devastation aligns conveniently with Trump's broader agenda, as he then imposed tariffs on foreign filming, effectively exerting control over the entertainment industry. By restricting international competition, he aims to reshape Hollywood in a way that aligns with his vision. The parallels between Trump's tactics and those employed by Kim Jong-un in North Korea are impossible to ignore. As foretold by the angels, Trump is executing a strategy that mirrors authoritarian control, yet he does so in a manner that remains under the radar for many. While the public may be distracted by the chaos and sensationalism surrounding celebrity scandals, the true extent of Trump's manipulation is often overlooked. Why? Because some things he promises, he delivers. Some things work. That is the psychology in all of it. Everything seems to be falling into place with alarming precision. We currently find ourselves amidst 3 simultaneous wars around the globe, a scenario that is not unprecedented but carries with it the potential for catastrophic escalation. The powers involved in these conflicts serve as gateways for other nations to intervene, dangerously setting the stage for an all-out dispute that could spiral out of control. Elon Musk himself has emphasized the gravity of our current political climate, labeling this as the most important election in history, as decisions made now could reverberate for generations to come. Compounding this sense of unease are the myriad reports of alien sightings, fireballs streaking across the skies, and numerous accounts of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, and UFOs. These disclosures are surfacing alongside the growing influence of artificial intelligence, which is not only taking over entertainment, but also the news landscape. This should cause concern over how much authenticity is actually the information that people consume, as AI generated confuses the truth of what is really happening. In light of these unsettling developments, I urge caution when discussing these topics to be mindful of the information they share. While seeking to enlighten others is admirable, the current climate is fraught with danger, and people may face repercussions for speaking out. Honesty and truthfulness should guide our discourse, but we must also tread carefully. The times we are living in are fraught with tension. The current power wielded by the government, combined with advanced technology, means that there will be a more significant crackdown on discussions that challenge the status quo than we have ever seen before. While they may tout freedom of speech, the reality is that censorship is at an all-time high. The narratives being spun often serve the interests of those who seek to control the masses, and we must be aware of the duality in what is presented. It is not always a straightforward depiction of good versus evil. Rather, when the real truth strikes a nerve, the backlash can be swift and severe. The rise of the false prophet, who is currently gaining prominence, could further complicate our spiritual landscape, leading to increased division and conflict among belief systems. The portrayal of Christianity may shift as antagonism grows, pushing believers to the margins and creating an environment ripe for religious contention. An increased warfare, with the world teetering on the edge of turmoil. The elemental forces of fire and water, symbolic of chaos and destruction, are likely to manifest in their fury as these tensions escalate. Just like the principalities of fire and water were mentioned in the previous heralds. And look, Leo is a fire sign. Leo is a lion, and a lion is a beast. Dig deeper into the background of this figure, if interested, as he has ties to a cult-like organization and may very well be operating as a CIA operative. I sincerely hope that these interpretations help you gain clarity and see the truth that lies beneath the surface. As we observe current events, it's clear that we are witnessing the emergence of significant fire-related challenges. From fires igniting right after the elections to the devastation in California's Palisades and Eaton areas, and now the fires affecting the Carolinas, numerous blazes are erupting across the United States. This indicates that many regions will face a difficult year, especially as we undergo a substantial shift in our collective consciousness. Natural disasters are expected to increase this year, with fires primarily affecting democratic regions and coastal cities facing flooding and severe storms. While some may view this as vague or already anticipated, I want to emphasize that I've been predicting these events since 2019. In a previous message, I mentioned the likelihood of experiencing 7 major earthquakes of magnitude 7 or higher, and we've already seen a few of those occur. The prediction made on Facebook that the world will be shaken means so much. Underwater quaking, major earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and an upset that surpasses anything ever before to be spoken about on the news. We are looking significantly at the months June through August, as well as a situation which will happen and will be like a sacrifice.
With Alex and Adri over here. They just wanted to show themselves in the video, not to become famous, but they just want to just bond with all of you in some way. You know, we have no family, and so we just we love you all so very much. What do you guys think about Donald Trump?
I don't like him.
She doesn't like him. What about you?
I'm allergic.
He's allergic to Donald Trump.
I don't like any of the presidents. I like good.
I like that. I like that perspective. I think that's wonderful. We have the trolls playing back here. We don't really watch a lot of TV, but this has the upbeat vibe, so we're trying to stay positive, right? Yeah. So I'm going to talk about these things with all of you because it's important now that we have a controlled puppeteered Pope in the Vatican. I was going to do this video a lot sooner, but we ended up going to the beach for Mother's Day and I got burnt. And so as Alex says he's allergic to Donald Trump, I am allergic to the sun, and I've had the fever of an
I'm allergic of dust.
She's allergic to dust.
And cool too.
We don't want to be allergic to anything, but unfortunately that happens. But with that, we want you guys to have the absolute knowledge that you can find about the Pope that is being puppeteered by the president and all of these powers that interplay into this global scheme. If you've read the book, I hope you've read the book, The Veil of Illusion. Check it out. I bring it all together for everybody. And if you disagree, that's okay too. I'm not here to enforce my beliefs upon you. I just hope I can share them. And for those that they connect with, they connect with. But I hope that you like the book, and it really... He's so silly. And it really does bring a focused perspective to things. So check out the book. It'll really bring things together for you in regards to everything going out there in the world today, everything that's going on. I love you all so very much. Please comment, talk about it, share, like the video. And remember, we're here to show love and be united. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. Doesn't matter who you call God, what name by. We believe in the same things deep down within, and we're here to share that together. Namaste.